All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, Lisa Piper here, and today I want to talk about magnesium and what's the difference between Epsom salt and magnesium chloride flakes. You know, you can use them interchangeably somewhat, but we're going to talk about why they're different and what they are. So Epsom salt you can find just about anywhere, and you usually see it's pretty fine grained. It looks just like salt, and most of the Epsom salt that you find on the shelf out there is going to be synthetic, and it has a lot of toxins, and it's really not that good for you. A lot of the other Epsom salt that you find that is made is from nature has a lot of pollutants in it, so there's some toxicity. Not all of it. You can find some that's clean, but that's one difference between Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate, and the magnesium chloride flakes. And that looks different. Those are literally big chunks of flakes. And this is something that is literally dehydrated from big salts that they make it into sheets, then break it up into flakes, so that's why it looks like that. Way more dense, and you get a lot more magnesium in it. But the biggest difference between them is going to be, other than purity, is going to be the way that they're absorbed in the body. So if you're looking for magnesium and that's what you really need, you're going to want to go with magnesium chloride because it's a lot better for absorption. The magnesium sulfate just doesn't quite have the medicinal effects that most people are looking for. It can be relaxing in a bath, sure. It can help with some joint muscle pain and relief a little bit, but if you really want that relief, you're gonna go with the magnesium chloride flakes. So the other thing that a lot of people don't realize is that magnesium deficiency is very common these days. You find the deficiency in a lot of people. It doesn't always show as symptoms, but it's there, or they're very subtle, and some people are very obvious. So a lot of things can cause magnesium deficiency. Of course, nasty diet, right? Pesticides, herbicides in our foods, GMOs, these things can contribute, as well as certain diseases in the body, especially if it is Crohn's disease, celiac disease, something that has to do with absorption. That can help. If you have certain other diseases will also cause the deficiency. And really, we just don't get enough in our diet these days. There's not enough in the soil in our foods that we grow. So most people could benefit from adding a little bit of magnesium in there. So what exactly are the benefits of using magnesium chloride? So it can help with headaches and migraines, because of the fact that if you have a deficiency, it will cause a migraine. So most people think it helps get rid of them, when actually it's just helping your body get back to that state of normal balance that you need. It does help with some joint aches and pains a little bit, because sometimes if you have that deficiency and you don't have enough, that's where you're going to find you're feeling it. Your body is speaking to you in these ways. So it's pretty big. But the other thing a lot of people don't know magnesium deficiency affects is blood pressure. So if you have a deficiency problem, you can have a higher blood pressure count. So it sounds really counterintuitive to say add some salt, but magnesium chloride flakes, this salt, is actually going to help lower that blood pressure a little bit. And it also helps with type 2 diabetes, because it helps to rebalance those sugar levels a little bit if they're off or out of whack. Because sometimes type 2 diabetes can be fed by that magnesium deficiency that we were talking about. So it's really helpful to use magnesium chloride if you're looking for those medicinal benefits. There are some interactions, so certain antibiotics can interact with the absorption of the medicine if you're doing magnesium chloride, and also certain thyroid medicine. It can actually help block that absorption of that medicine getting into your body if you're doing a lot or a large dose of the magnesium chloride. Just something to think about. But the way to use this is, the best thing about magnesium in general is it works transdermal. That means through the skin really well. I like that because it doesn't have to go through the intestines, and if you're having problems with intestines, malabsorption, any kind of problems like that, then you don't have to even rely on that part of the body to absorb the magnesium for you. So you can take it internal. If you do it internal, you want to be careful not to do too much. You're doing 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. If you do quite a bit, you're going to be running to the restroom because it will clean out that colon. but you want to make sure not to do too much. And that's the other reason I like transdermal. So that means bathing in it. So what's a good medicinal amount to bathe in? For an adult body, I usually say 1 full pound in a good sized bathtub of water, but you want to stay about 45 minutes. This is to hit that level of saturation in the body, really help with absorption. So this is how you can get all this in you and actually help the body. And again, like I said, the difference between the two, I really feel like if you want medicinal, you want to go with those magnesium chloride. So hopefully this helps clear up some of the mystery, what the difference is between the two, and helps you on how to use it. Happy healing.